When we begin learning how to communicate as children, we learn to answer what questions with a what response. We carry that with us our whole lives. So if somebody says to us, "What's the weather outside?" we say it's 50 degrees and sunny. And that works for almost all forms of communication. But in media interviews, it often falls flat. And I'll give you an example of why. When we ask our clients, "What does your organization do?" we typically get an answer back along these lines. "Well, we're a 501c3 charity organization. We're based in the state of Georgia. We have 4 offices throughout the state, and we work to educate 14,000 students." Now, that's not a bad answer, but think for a moment about the surveys that show that, on average, Westerners are exposed to as many as 3,000 to 5,000 marketing messages per day. And ask yourself whether that first answer was really likely to stand out and grab your attention and stick with you long after you heard it. My guess is the answer to that is no. So I'd like you to think about answering what questions with a why. And it's true, it's not as literal a response. It feels more satisfying to answer a what question with a what response, but it stands a much greater chance of being remembered and sticking, partly because it's somewhat unexpected. So when I ask somebody, "Tell me about your organization," here's a different version that you might have given. Here in the state of Georgia, we're 47th in the nation at graduating students from high school. And as a result, kids in our state have less of a chance of getting high-paying jobs for the rest of their lives than kids in 46 other states. Our organization is dedicated to making sure that doesn't happen. Of those 2 responses, my guess is the second one is far more likely to jump out and grab your attention. And that's the point. It does answer the question, but it's not as literal. It doesn't depend on a what response to a what answer. So when you hear that what framing of a question, immediately make the switch in your mind. Flip it. Flip it to why first and what second.